Hello and welcome. We have another box. I know it just seems like one thing after another, as I've said before, but so I did order this and went through a whole lot of issues trying to get it here, but finally got it. So this is the MGA Potions Classroom. So when I got this, it was already cut across here. The rest of it is still closed. I don't really know what happened in the process, so we're gonna hope everything is in here and all right. So let's pop this open and see. Okay. Okay, so it is in here. This is what we got. As you can see, we got the MGA MiniVerse Make It Mini Potions Classroom. In here, you're actually going to be making your own classroom. It's going to come with 2 potions that you cannot buy. I've been having some issues with this because this was $50. Yes, $50. I debated on whether I even wanted to order it because it was so expensive. So as you know, with those different surprise packs, we are paying $10 a piece for those. But in this, you only get 2 potions and then 2 walls and a floor, a table, and the 2 shelves. So I've seen this put together and I just cannot see that this is worth $50. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm just having some issues with that. This better be a whole lot of fun to make it be worth the $50. That's all I can say. Now, I have been seeing that a lot of people have tried to order these and their order was canceled. They didn't get it. I have a feeling theirs kind of was like mine and it was just kind of stopped and then didn't come in. And they did tell me to go ahead and cancel mine and reorder it, and I refused to do that. So I don't know. So if you're wanting to get it, that's just kind of the recommendation. If you had it ordered, don't cancel it. Leave it there and let them keep working on getting it together. And if something comes up, use that chat for the customer service and just put representative when you get to the line of, you know, what do you need, put representative until that chat connects you with an actual person to where you can do what you need to do with it. So this box comes with trays in it. So this is the first tray. This is the floor. And it tells you all the steps of what you're going to do. The next set is the walls. And it gives you the instructions on everything you're going to do with that. And then it comes with your furniture and your potions. So your furniture, and then last but not least, your potions. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is your little instruction page that comes with it. It says read me first right there. I've only seen this by one other person to get it and to put this together. I don't know if it's because people aren't able to get it or if people are just having issues with paying this much money for what it is. Don't know, but to me, it's a lot of money for what we're getting here. Okay, so first it says to do the floor. So we're going to unzip this and it has your guidelines here on how to put the floor together. Oh, this is actual wood, not plastic. Wow, okay, MGA. All right, I see you here. Then we have these 2 pieces, which on this little diagram, it says to put these into the slots here. So we're going to do that. Okay, that's all that's on this side. So we're going to open this other side. And we get some little boxes here. These are really cute. They're tied with a string. There's the second one. Really cute. Then we get this little wooden barrel. How very cute is that? The little top. Then there's like a little trowel in here. There's a bucket with a lid. There's nothing in it. It's just a bucket and a lid. All that's in this one. All right. So now we're going to just follow these instructions and we're going to fix up this floor. So it says to take out the tiles first and put them in numerical order. So let's see what we got here. I don't really want to take this all the way off because I want to be able to put it back together. So I just pulled my string up to the top right there. This is just like a little filler that's in it. Okay. So I got a lot of these little tiles, and the tiles also have their numbers on them. So we're just going to put these in numerical order. Okay, now we've got another box of them. So again, I'm just going to slip this up there to the top. We stopped here on 11. So our tiles go 1 through 21, and I am able to just kind of poke them all in here to start with. It says to open this and open the cement in here. That's cute. And then you're going to put this on here and smooth it out. Okay. So we're going to start with 1. So if you've ever done cement or tiling or anything like that, it's the same exact thing that you would do. One thing I can tell you right now is if you have kids wanting to do this, they definitely need adult supervision, because this is not super easy to do. It's kind of messy. I mean, that's pure liquid right there. It's not gritty or anything like you would think it would be. The numbers flip upside down, not right side up. When you get them, you put the number side down. Now on to the next row. You should do these individually, but if you want to, you can do 1 row at a time. But make sure you definitely read the instructions first to know what you're supposed to be doing. So some of these tiles have a little bit of an angle to them to where it really looks pretty neat. Not all exactly like straight like you would think they might would be. And you've got like these little bitty ones that go on at the end. My spots that have a little more glue in it, you have a little more time to wiggle with. The ones that don't have very much glue, you have to move pretty quickly. I'm sure you could do these all separately if you wanted to like take your time and really do it nice and neat. But for video purposes, I'm just going through this quickly. The biggest mess I can see on this so far is just trying to get the glue or resin, whichever it is, out of the bucket. It's a little hard to kind of dip it out of there without getting it on other stuff or other parts. So I feel like that could have been done a little bit better. Okay, so one thing that I can see is wherever your number is, if it's on, say, the right side at the top, when you flip it over, it should be exactly lined up with wherever it is. So like number 18 is on this side, and number 18 is actually on the right side. When you look at the tile, number 18 is on the left side, but when you flip it over, the numbers will line up with each other. So if you're not certain about how, just know that it literally should lay down on top of itself. You guys watched this morning's video. It went up a little bit late because I actually had a really busy weekend this past weekend. We went and ran a 5K. It was called a furry 5K for autism. So I was out of town for that, but I did get the video up. It was just not up at 8 a.m. like normal. So it seems like a lot of you are liking that one though, where we went on the hunt for items to be able to use for making potions and ingredients that will be coming up for our potions shelf. So if you haven't seen that one, make sure you check that out. Okay, and then we are on 21. Okay, and so I'm not going to hold this up right now for you to see it because, as you know, I just put glue on it and they're not all stuck quite yet. It says to allow this 60 minutes or so to dry. So while this dries, I'm just going to set it to the side. So now we're going to go ahead and get started on the walls. Okay, so in this one we have 2 arches and 2 walls. These are also wooden. These are plastic, these are wood. So in this side, a little bit hard to open. I mean, it's not hard, but they're a little bit difficult. We have another one of these little things. Maybe I didn't use enough of that on the other part because I had a whole lot of it left. And a little, it's like a spade, I guess. And we have these 2 little plastic pieces. Oh, it's like window panes. Okay, okay. That's really neat. They actually kind of feel like glass or like a plexiglass maybe. Another box here. Okay, set that one right there. It's not sitting on the floor. The floor is right here. Okay, so let's see what's in this crate. Ooh. Okay, this crate has these little pieces in it. So I can only assume that it's going to be an identical one to this one. So let's see what we have here. I'm definitely thinking that these need adult supervision. You're going to have to help a child to do this because it looks like it is going to be pretty difficult to kind of do. We are going to take these pieces first and we're going to put these windows in here. I'm going to do the little etching at the towards me where it says Hogwarts on this side, but it doesn't say anything on that side. So I'm going to put my etchings facing that. They just kind of fit right in there. This one's a little bit loose. The other one fits in there really tight. Maybe it doesn't go to that one. Maybe they have certain ones that are supposed to go in each part. That one fits better. Some of these fit really tight into the spots, and some of them are a little bit looser. So maybe just kind of play with it a little bit until you find the one that goes the best, because you want them to not fall out for sure. You also don't want to break it trying to get it in there. So when this is completed, you are going to see this side. You're not going to see this side. This is going to be on the outer side. We need to lay this down, and then we have to glue these onto the side that doesn't have the Hogwarts symbol. I'm just going to use my bucket of stuff that I already have open, because like I said, I have a lot of that left. It doesn't really seem like a reason for me to open the other one yet. I think I'm just going to save it until I get ready for it. There are some little areas that are raised on this, and it shows you on the package to put your glue on it. So we're going to add glue just to the areas that it shows. And I'm going to flip that over and go ahead and lock it in place. Now while that's drying, we're going to go ahead and start putting our numbers in. So again, these are going to be the same way. Your number is going to be down here on one, and it's here. So once you lay them down, they will sit on top of each other. So we're going to go ahead and start putting glue inside here. And I'm going to do numbers 1 and 2 since they're both at the top. So this is 1. This one is 2. Sit in there very well, thankfully. Go ahead and put glue in those spaces. You don't have to put it all over the spots, I don't think. I think as long as you have enough in there to hold it down, because again, this is not easy to do by any means. You really need it just on the tip of this little spade, because it is not easy to get done. So 3, this is teeny tiny. Yeah, definitely, I can see glue coming up out of that one. So definitely make sure you don't put too much. So now those are all there. Go ahead and get these going. All right, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so far so good. Now we're going to do 19 through 25. This little barrel of glue has gone really far. I'm not real sure how much we're supposed to actually be putting in there, but I do know that earlier I put some all over the whole bottom, and okay, this number is actually upside down. So if I put this in there like it's supposed to go, it would be upside down of where it's supposed to be. It would. So this is another one that is messed up. Okay, so I had a few of these. Actually, the numbers are upside down according to what is supposed to be here. So those numbers are backwards. So just know when you're doing them that you definitely need to make sure also that they are written the correct way, because that would have been wrong. And it wasn't that it was flipped, it was that it was upside down. So if you don't put it in there right, your wording's not going to be right. So not only do you need to make sure that your numbers are right, but you got to make sure your words are right. If for some reason one's wrong, you definitely want to make sure the wording on the outside is correct. So in that situation, I just made sure that that part was right. See, this is another one. That one can't go like that. If it does, the wording is going to be backwards. I don't know. I feel like some of these are not. I mean, they definitely had a few errors when making these. And I do have some glue that is kind of coming up through it, but it's down in there. So maybe once it's dry, we won't really see it. It's just shiny right now. Okay, so now all of these are on here. I do have a little bit of glue that got on this little area right here. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it off. Don't know that it would hurt anything for it to be on there, but just so that it doesn't look bad afterwards. Okay, so that has to dry now. So now we're going to take the second one and flip it upside down. This one has all of the words already in it, so we want to be really careful, but they do have to come out because we have to glue them in. So we're just going to take them and just kind of tap them out onto the desk here. We're going to take our little trowel and our little spade and put some on the back of this one like we did the other one. Sure, using your fingernails is probably not the ideal way to do it. Okay, so now while this one is drying, I'm going to put it over here with this one and just let it set. It says to leave them for 60 minutes or more. So we are just going to let them set aside and dry. And it says after this is set for 60 minutes to remove these pieces. So I'm going to assume these are just here to keep you from going over that. So, because you do remove these after 60 minutes. The third one, which is the furniture and the potions. Okay, so let's check out this potions class furniture. Oh, these are cute. Okay. So we've got some more pieces that are tied together with twine. So the top of this one also talks about putting those pieces together, but our pieces aren't dry yet, so we're not going to be putting them together. But we can go ahead and put the shelving together. So with these, it shows that we take these pieces apart, and they do have the Hogwarts H on them on both sides. This is the top of our shelves. So with this one, I'm actually missing a piece because it's supposed to have 2 shelves and it doesn't. Mine only has 1, but there's supposed to be another shelf right there and it wasn't in here. So that is missing. This one does have all the pieces, but it doesn't have all the pieces for that one. Well, we can put this one together correctly, but we can't put that one together correctly. So this is what it looks like when it's together, but again, mine doesn't have that second shelf, so I can't finish that one. And then the table, you take these legs apart and you put the table together. And it shows you the way that these go because they can only go in one way. You can see the little grooves on them will only go one direction. And then you just slip this part into here. And that's your table. I really like the way that that does look like it is wood, but it's not. This is plastic. I'm a little bummed about that. That's especially for $50. You would think that all the pieces would be in here. But I definitely didn't drop it and it's nowhere to be found. So, MGA, what do we do if we don't have all the parts? For some reason it slipped out and ended up over on this side. We'll look and see. But I feel like it's just the potions. I just feel like we just got shorted a piece. Yeah. So this is what all the potions ingredients look like. You can't even make this stay together with it not having the 2 pieces. It has to have those bottom shelves to hold it together because it won't stay. It won't stay without all the pieces. I don't know. So these should be dry enough now that we can put this together. These go inside here like this. They just snap in place. And then that wall just goes in there. Just snap it in place. And then this one goes in here. And it snaps in place. Okay, like that. So that's what it looks like so far. And then your table goes there and your shelves go here. Or I guess you can put it there if you want to, depending on how you want to decorate yours. this one would go over here, but I don't have all the pieces. So I don't think I can make it stand up. I can try to prop it up against there maybe for now. I don't know. I'm going to get a hold of them and find out like what are we supposed to do here, because we definitely don't have all of the pieces for this. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with all of these wooden pieces. These little, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with all these little wooden boxes. The box shows one underneath here, but it doesn't show what you do with the other crates. Not sure on that either. So I guess you could just kind of put them in there sideways like that, and they can just kind of sit underneath there, and then this one can go in that corner. I don't know. You could almost set these up and use them to put stuff on, I guess, too, if you wanted to. We may have to, since we don't have the rest of our shelf. I'm not sure what we need to do with these. I guess you can just kind of do them like that too. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? What do you think we should do with them? What do you think you should do with these? Any thoughts or anything? I'm not sure. I guess we can just throw our bucket up there for now. I'm not going to do the potions in this. We did potions on the other shelf. I can do those in another video. But before I get into doing the potions, I think what I'm going to do is contact MGA and see what to do about like these missing parts. Because if they will send us the parts that are missing or broken or whatever, then that's fine. But if there's not any answer and I get to Walmart and they tell me that I need to return it, then there's no sense in me doing all those potions if I have to return the whole thing to get the parts that I need in a whole new pack. So I'm not going to do that. But this is the potion classroom. It is very cute. I do love the thought of it. I also love the thought of them possibly doing like a dining hall and giving us like foods that we can make in another set. Doing, you know, more of the different kinds of rooms. They could do a greenhouse and let us do like potting the mandrakes and so forth. We know the mandrake is one of the special items that we're going to be able to get in with the capsules. So they could do other plants and things like that that we could end up getting a greenhouse number 3 or anything along those lines. So if they keep going with this and they do more rooms for Hogwarts, I think that would be great. If we feel like we can continue making things to keep going, I feel better about it. But this is $50. Like, I know I keep thinking like that, but the outside is wood. The outside is great. The Hogwarts, the design and all that on the outside, that is etched in there. Like, I don't know if you can see that or not in the light. Actually etched in there, and it's beautiful. I wish, I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, have a wonderful day, and remember, we love you.